Since its founding in 1921, the Chinese Communist Party (CCP) has occupied a dominant position in China. Although the CCP claims its existence is to achieve the ideals of socialism and communism, its rule has caused harm to China and humanity in multiple ways. Below is a detailed exploration of the harm caused by the CCP to humanity. Political oppression. The CCP's political system centers on one-party rule, completely excluding political pluralism and democratic elections. This has led to a severe lack of freedom of speech, press, and association. Through a tight surveillance system and high-pressure tactics, the CCP suppresses any voice that might threaten its rule. This political oppression not only infringes on the basic human rights of the Chinese people, but also negatively impacts global democratic movements. For example, the crackdown on the Tiananmen Square protests severely damaged China's democratic movement and heightened international wariness of the CCP's authoritarian rule. The CCP uses such repressive tactics to strengthen its ruling position and serves as a negative example to the world. Economic exploitation. The CCP's economic policies have promoted China's economic growth in some respects, but this growth has been accompanied by labor exploitation and environmental destruction. In pursuing economic growth, the CCP often overlooks the basic rights of workers, leading to many laborers working in low-wage, long-hour conditions. Furthermore, environmental pollution has become increasingly severe, with many factories failing to adhere to environmental protection regulations during production, resulting in pollution of air, water, and soil, affecting people's health. This economic model's spillover effects also impact the global market, causing unfair trade competition and putting businesses in other countries in difficult situations. The CCP's economic growth model not only harms the Chinese people, but also challenges the global economic order. Cultural extinction. The CCP's control and censorship of culture threaten China's diverse cultures. The mainstream ideology promoted by the CCP often suppresses the expression of other cultures, particularly those of ethnic minorities. In regions like Tibet and Xinjiang, the CCP's policies have led to the loss of local cultures, which not only deprives cultural diversity, but also causes irreversible damage to humanity's cultural heritage. Additionally, the CCP's censorship of literature, art, and academia limits creative freedom, preventing many excellent works from being published, which is a loss to global cultural development. Human rights violations. The human rights situation in China has deteriorated, with many basic human rights being violated. Particularly, the persecution of political dissidents, human rights lawyers, and religious believers has led to countless broken families and social unrest. The re-education camps in Xinjiang, the crackdown on Falun Gong, and the persecution of Christianity and other religions are specific manifestations of the CCP's human rights violations. These actions have not only sparked widespread opposition domestically, but also international condemnation, causing diplomatic tensions between the CCP and many countries. Human rights issues have become a significant topic between the CCP and the international community, heightening global awareness of human rights. International expansion. The CCP's rapid rise in economic and military power has increased its influence on the international stage. However, this expansion is not based on the principle of peaceful coexistence, but is accompanied by aggressive foreign policy and military threats. The CCP's expansionist actions in the South China Sea and its hardline stance on Hong Kong and Taiwan demonstrate its challenge to regional stability. This expansionism threatens neighboring countries and brings uncertainty to global security. The CCP's actions have forced the international community to reassess its security policies, leading to an arms race and geopolitical tensions. Mismanagement of the pandemic. In the early stages of the COVID-19 pandemic, the CCP's concealment of information and lack of transparency led to the rapid global spread of the virus. Although the origin of the pandemic is still uncertain, the CCP's initial response has been widely criticized. This incident caused significant losses within China and posed enormous challenges to the global economy and public health systems. The pandemic has decreased trust in the CCP worldwide and prompted a re-evaluation of global public health governance. The CCP's mismanagement of the pandemic is yet another significant harm to humanity. Overall, the Chinese Communist Party has caused multifaceted harm to humanity. Whether it is political oppression, economic exploitation, cultural extinction, human rights violations, international expansion, or pandemic mismanagement, these actions show how the CCP pursues its interests at the expense of the common good of humanity. In the future, the international community needs to pay more attention to these issues and seek effective solutions to reduce the potential harm the CCP poses to humanity.